Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever y'all joining me from. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again to the live stream. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I hope you both are on here. My old heads, that's Jungle Man Space Cowboy. You've been having some nice looking women on your videos lately. Y'all go check him out, Jungle Man Space Cowboy. He's a giant over there in Angeles City. He'll show you how to do it anytime that you watch him. He's got 2 to 3 women in his apartment or condominium. Hey, Ray said his title's genius. Michael Alexander, all of y'all, man. There's Michael Beat Your Life. He said, if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button. Wow. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. It's Jeffrey Tyler. Thank y'all so much for all your support over the years. I say that every live stream because I mean it. Without you, I'm nothing, man. I'm just talking into the ether. And if you don't believe me, turn on some of these live streams people doing that don't have the support that I've been fortunate enough to have. 1 in 3 people, man. I wouldn't even consider it a live stream. I would consider that a dead stream. Any new viewers and subscribers joining us today, welcome. And of course, people on the replay, you know the original title was Remind Me of Why I Left the Matrix. A conversation with Big Shirley. It wasn't exactly the Big Shirley, but it was a Western woman. She bowed out today, I think, because of the title or whatever. Maybe she had another appointment or something like that. But if there's any Western woman who wants to join the discussion, put my email up, one of y'all, please, and I can send them the link. We can go to another topic. The peso is 55.53. Hey, Gerald Ali says a top, not Puff, says, I know Mr. Calvin has mentioned it before, but I don't recall the name of the city. He said, which city has the prettiest woman in 30-40 age range? I never said that. I said there's beautiful women all over the Philippines. You got me mixed up with somebody else. There's no way anybody could say that. I'm in a little small place like San Carlos City, and they're here. But if I had to narrow it down, I'd say Cebu or Manila simply because of the numbers. Yeah, you're going to be around beautiful women when you come here. He said, Big Shirley seen it beer and weed runs. She's out there, man. When I Googled Big Shirley, that's who came up, the woman on What's Happening. So I had to put in there BBW. And boy, you should see some AI pictures they got on there, man. What's up, Roger? Hey, Casman, so natural. You know, I was talking about that today about my 3 biggest expenses. And at the end, which I should have talked about it earlier in the discussion about, you know, the woman's the biggest expense, but it's well worth it over here because, you know, devotion is what I should have said, and dedication and commitment are woven into the culture over here. The woman's going to give it to you in bunches, man. You know, and I'm just talking about the typical woman. And, you know, because Soul Snatcher, he reminded me of something. You know, there's soul snatchers over here. I already told y'all that. It's like an out of body experience. I mean, when they, whatever they're doing to you, I mean, it's on a whole other level with loving and care. You know, I saw where the garden girl was doing a video yesterday, and she was talking about something, about what Filipinos are afraid of in bed or something. I just listened to it because I just want to hear what she had to say. And she's wrong. Yeah, I guess for the, Philippines in general, but not for the woman that's going to meet you at that airport. Everything goes, nothing's off the table. But we're going to, instead of talking about remind me why I left the Matrix, we'll talk about don't bring the matrix with me. Okay? Because there are some things you don't want to bring over here. We don't want you to bring over here. We want you to leave over there. That's Jacob Tajay. But I tell y'all, the time these Filipino vloggers, they're not going to cross the line. Okay? They're going to be real conservative about it. Because you're not going to jump in the deep end of the water if you can't swim. They're not going to give you the nitty gritty. They're not going to tell you how it really is. Okay? That they will bend over backwards for you. I'm talking about the ones who date us. There's nothing off the table, guys. So don't listen to what they're saying. I'm going to give you the nitty gritty. I'm living it. Okay? Hey, what's up, Michael Dawsonville? Yeah, they're going to be real conservative. Like, we're so innocent. We don't do anything. No, I'm sorry, garden girl. You know that you're not telling the truth, especially in your situation. You know you've dealt with foreigners before. Hey, Alan Johnson, what's going on, everybody? Ben Raj, that's Cisco. He said, "How's the weather?" It's beautiful. It's it's hot. Don't get me wrong, it's hot. But the three big expenses, we should talk more about whether to rent or buy a house or build a house. I don't see anything wrong with building a house, 15 to 20,000 US dollars, because that's what me and Merlin are going to be. We're going to go into business doing that. Of course, I can't do it right now. I'm basically just going to be financing it. It's Merlin's business because, I don't have the right visa. But you're going to save a whole lot more money. And okay, you say, you're not going to live, I'm not going to be here long. Well, you can always come back and forth. You're not going to be able to build a house anywhere else in the world, not where people come as a tourist attraction, for 15 to 20,000. That's an investment, man. Instead of spending 5, 10, 15 million on a condominium, come on, guys, have some vision. Think outside the box. There's people right now that are renting for 35 and 40,000 pesos a month, man. In 2 years, you've already built the house. Hell, you can get it back. Jose says, "Hey, Cal, I'm going to Cebu in a week. Do you recommend having fun or finding a wife if I'm young?" I would just say, how long are you going to be here? I mean, come here to have fun anyway. You don't want to jump out of the frying pan into the fire. I mean, especially if you're young. I mean, I was having this discussion with a guy the other day. Don't paint yourself into a corner over here. You want to be able to come and go as you please. And you're not going to be able to do that. Now, Kamal, you actually gave me the idea for this "don't bring the matrix with you" discussion today. When you asked, do they have basements over here? See, that's bringing the matrix with us. It's our thinking. Of course, that's all you got when you get over here. But if you're watching videos like mine and anybody else is talking real life stuff, it's best to get rid of that matrix thinking as soon as you possibly can. Here you have a dead stream where you get 2 or 3 people. I've been there. What's up, Green Whiskey? I'm down for the tiny house. It works, man. When I tell people, "Oh man, I've got a 56 58 square meter house," whatever it is, it's anywhere between 600 and 625 square foot. They panic. They was like, "Man, it's too small," but it's really not. I spend most of my time in this air conditioned room when I'm in the house. Okay, our living room and dining room is together. We got the bathroom and then the kids' room. Then we got the guest house over there. But it's plenty room. Ask anybody that's been to my house. You don't need anything bigger than this. That apartment that you're renting, that condo that you're renting, is not going to be anywhere near the size of this. I promise you that. This is wealth right here, meaning this can generate money for us if we wanted to. You know, you have to sublease that condo or apartment that you're renting to earn anything off of it. What's up, Duel and May? What time is it, Travels? I love the chime. He said, does anyone else have a beer, soda, and some snacks while watching the live? Jeffrey Child said, congratulations on the 55,000, Cal. Let's keep it going. Yeah, man, I really appreciate it. And like I said the other day, I want to do it legitimately. Maybe I should pay for a search engine optimization to get my channel out there. It might, transition into more views, which transitions to more dollars. But I want to do it the right way because, people have really, I don't know how it works. I guess the algorithm or whatever it is, but man, their sub count is just out of this world. But let me remind you, if you're thinking about having a YouTube channel that, you could have 100,000 subs, but if you ain't got any views, you're just going to have a channel full of subs. Unless it translates into views and support and all that, what difference does it make? Truth Serum says 100% DAV me and the wife coming to return 4,500 US, bro. What do you think? Well, the hell, that's quite a bit of money over here, Truth Serum. When the Philippine Statistic Authority says that you're considered rich if you're earning 3,808 US dollars per month, month after month after month. You're considered rich over here. Now, come on, we're not going to argue with anybody. I did say, I can make it in Florida on that. You probably can, but you're not considered rich. You're considered rich in the Philippines over here for that. So you should be okay. I'm not going to say, yeah, okay. I'm not going to say, yeah, because I don't know you. I don't know what you like. You might like staying up all night smoking shabu. I don't really know. But you should be able to make it off that, you and your wife. What time is it? Travis says, Cal, I see what you mean about Filipino vloggers, Morena Bar. Yeah, they're not going to give it to you all the way because it goes against the grain. Their culture, man. Filipinos are modest. Filipino people, period. That's why we like them. So you think they're going to get on here? The ones that you see getting on here talking about this stuff, man, they're really going against the grain, but they're not going to tell you 100%. They're not going to tell you that she's going to be the throat goat on the first night. She's willing to take lessons and all that, okay? And that they're soul snatchers, Then they're good to the last drop. So they'll get on here and they'll bring y'all all the way to the bridge and drop you off, but I'll take you on across. I don't have anything to hide, It is what it is. We're grown people, and whatever two grown adults agree to, it's nobody's business. But I'm going to sit here and lie to you. You're going to hear a lot of, just be gentle and, I'll do anything for you. You can do anything for me. See, they're not going to tell you that, even though they know it's true. And if they don't know it's true, then they shouldn't be talking about it. Hey, Corey Moore, thanks for that super chat. He says, successful skill trade contract. Who want a Filipino but not ready to retire in the Philippines yet? Okay, wait. He said, hey, big brother Cal, what do you recommend for a 45-year-old successful skill trade contract? Who contractors, what you saying, wants a Filipino but not ready to retire in the Philippines yet? Well, I would just say, come over here, Corey, and have a good time. And it's going to take more than one time to come over here for you to get to know the woman. I would say, while you're single, really, I would deal with 3 or 4 women until you find the one that's going to be, compatible, meaning that you can get along with, because you're not in a hurry. remember, they're going to treat you the same way as if you were married anyway. So you're going to get that um, girlfriend experience. You're going to get the opportunity to see, hey, well, which one do I really get along with? You know, it's not hot headed, because even though the Philippines is monolithic, they're not all the same, really. They got different personalities. I've seen it. But I would say come back and forth a few times. And then if you do find somebody, because you're the same age as I was when I started coming over here, 4 years later, I brought my wife and son over because I couldn't retire here. So I brought them there. My wife still hasn't changed. She's still the same woman she was when she was over here. I got to give her credit for that. Every woman that goes over there, majority of them really don't change. Do they earn more money and all that? Yeah, but that's what I would do. Hey, Passport X, he says, great to see your channel growing nationally. Real talk for real people. Hey, thank you, brother. That's all I'm trying to do. Let's see. David Short says, good night, Uncle Cal. I'm coming to experience a throat goat. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's true. It can get so good over here, you'll get emotional. We'll start, she be doing so good, hell, your damn tears come to your eyes. Yeah, the cream sip. He said, what's going on? Tanjay and Yardy? What did Yardy say? I passed up something he said. He said, the throat goat strikes again. It's true, man. What's up, Retired 2019? I'll be able to go back to the gym today. While Angelo was here, I didn't go to the gym. He said, the Craig 777 says Thailand is a much better choice. The government seems less correct. Half the population of Philippines seems to be in Thailand. Well, that's what you think. Come on over here, and you can have them both. We're not even going to stoop that low to be comparing. There's nothing I would leave my life in the Philippines for in Thailand or anywhere else. I've got it that good over here. It just depends on who you're talking to and what you're looking for. But whatever's in Thailand, I can find here. And certainly whatever's here, you can find in Thailand. But I tell you what, the transition's a whole lot easier, and you're not stumbling over expats over there. It's a lot of drama in Thailand, man. A lot of dick watching going on, a lot of dick police over there. I ain't got time for that. Everybody, I left, to really get away from all that drama. They say it's over here, but it's really not. The Philippines is too spread out. I mean, I saw my buddy Patrick P. Money. He's in Thailand. I'll be damned if the Russian doesn't flip him off over there. See, I don't have time for that. The Russian's thinking he's filming him, and he gives him the bird. I ain't got time for that stuff, man. You're not gonna run into that over here, man. If you do, hell, because we're going to Malapascua. I want to see if my buddy Ace, excuse me, if he's still there. I've never been to Malapascua, but the Philippines is too spread out. But yeah, we're not gonna get into a pissing match about Thailand being better and this and that. It depends on who you talk to. If you talk to me, I'd say it's not. I don't have a whole lot of experience, and neither do you. Well, you been to 3 or 4 places over there? How long you been there? Same with anybody that says all the Philippines is better. What? I told you, I've been here for 15 years. I counted 10 islands I visited only because 4 islands were Cebu, were considered really one. Mactan and the mainland of Cebu, Camotes Island, Bantayan Island. But that's really only considered one island for real. He said, Golden Gate said, damn, I guess the man has to cry. No, it's true. I mean, trust me, man. The devotion and the dedication. There's somebody on here that can vouch for me when I tell you that. You don't get that anywhere else. A crackhead has nothing on Filipino that's into you. Okay. They really go to a whole other level with pleasing their man. That's what I'm saying, you know. So whatever you're paying for over here, it's worth it. Yeah, he said, I think Thailand's getting Americanized, westernized, but you know, it certainly suffers from over tourism. I didn't say that. When you got 49 million coming in there every year in a population of 69 million. I mean, people like what they like though. Alexander Money said you left because you could not afford to live here. No, I'm sorry, dude. See, this is a dick watcher. He knows so much about my life. Keep the focus on you, dude. I don't want to pay child support. I didn't have child support because if you have child support over there, they will take your passport, clown. I earned over 200,000 over there a couple of years. I lived a good life. Wherever I go, I'm going to succeed. But I like to bring people on here like you because y'all want y'all 5 minutes of fame. Well, I'm going to give it to you, sucker. You over there worrying about my life, miserable. You getting ready to punch the clock to go to work or whatever it is. I don't work over here, sucker. Get on off my channel with that foolishness. Now you just sleeping with women. Get out of here. I mean, who are these guys? These are these people that they have no life. He's a dick watcher, worrying about who I'm going to bed with, what my life consists of. Yeah, you don't play with these people. It's 2024. The gloves are coming off. What man in his right mind is going to sit around another grown man's live stream, knowing you want to be me? That's all your problem is. You want to be me. You want to get some of that soul snatcher action. Instead of beating your damn self to death, your damn hands got calluses on them. You done beat yourself so bad. Dick got blisters on them. On it. Fool, get off here. If you was doing so good, there's no way you'd be on here. Excuse me, guys. Yeah. These guys, man, they're clowns. He done beat his damn self to death. His damn hand. The minute he even shows his dick, they get ready to call 911 on his own damn hand. That's fucking sexual abuse. Hey, Corey, thanks for that super chase. And Cal, got my flight ticket already for August. Boots on the ground, brother. Would like to link up with you while I'm there. Absolutely, man. Especially if you're anywhere near Cebu or Dumaguete, just let me know, man. We can make it happen. Yeah, the guys like that, they just want to be me so bad. He said, agreed, 49 million. Fuck that. That's why there's no language barrier in Thailand. When I was there for 5 days, I didn't have a problem with the language. Because every 5 feet, I'm stumbling over a damn expat. I promise you, man, I didn't speak to one Thai person the whole time I was there. Okay? Only one was Mr. Lee, who was riding me around. And he was speaking to his phone. He's hilarious. But everybody else, I was like, man, where can I get a cup of coffee or this or that? It was an expat. It was like being at home. Yeah, get them clowns off here, man. Yeah, get Arby's, yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, eh, everybody is so special now. Yeah, he wants some of that soul snatcher action. He claimed he's over in Thailand, right? Yeah, he's nothing. Yeah, he's a dick watcher. If he was over in Thailand having so much fun, what is he doing on our live stream? If Thailand's all that, like the guy said, well, he said, I do ignore the trolls for, for what it's worth, really, I do. But, every now and then you got to punch them in the mouth. I mean, they need me. I don't need them. But I'm only human, you know. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Quintessential One, long-time supporter? Yeah, I'm under their bridges, yeah. But they don't bother us no more. We're going to put them on blast. They come on here, they're hiding behind these profiles and they want to be all this and all that. I give them their 5 minutes of fame or 2 minutes of fame or whatever it is. But he should go to the doctor and get them blisters looked at. He's over in Thailand. I bet you are. Hey, Cos, thanks for that. He says he gifted 5 Sunshine Shoulders memberships. Yeah, he says, I'm going to get a vasectomy so that people can talk about me on YouTube and I'll be famous. Puck Daddy said, true, if he was in Thailand, he would still be in bed with that sweet stuff or sleeping it off. Absolutely. He's lying. But these guys, it's always, I'm going to one-up you. You in the Philippines, I'm in Thailand. Then they say, I'm in Thailand. I'm in Indonesia. This is the Matrix, guys. That we're bringing over here. So what y'all talking about? Don't bring the Matrix over here to the Philippines, Thailand, wherever you going. What do you mean? I mean, that don't messed up thinking that everything that's over here is over there, and then you bringing stuff over here. Well, what are you talking about, Cal? Eating booty. Leave that shit over there, literally. Leave it over there, guys. It's not over here. I don't know about Thailand, but y'all bringing that over here. Okay? That trichomoniasis doesn't come from tricking. It comes from eating booty. Licking, sucking, anything when your tongue comes in contact with another person's ass or butt. Y'all bringing that over here. The Philippines ain't into that. But y'all bringing it over here. There's all kind of, diseases associated with that. I didn't even know it. I looked it up. I had never even knew it was such a thing as a hepatitis E. It comes from eating booty. But that's bringing the Matrix with you over here. These women are basically do everything else, but we don't want that over here. Leave that over there. Leave that shit over there. Literally. Honestly. I'm just being honest with you. He said, don't knock it till you try it. No, I'm sorry, guys. That's one of the things that Alma biases. There's something else you can get. Y'all bringing all this stuff over here. It's not here. Maybe I'm from the old school Cisco, but leave that over there. Leave that shit over there. That's bringing the Matrix with you to the Philippines. That's why you got to be real careful who you kissing over here now, because y'all bringing it over here. That's why one of the reasons I tell y'all, hey, if a woman's dealt with a foreigner before, you gotta, throw her back, because you know that we're, crossing the line with them. We're introducing them into some freaky shit, and that's one of them, man. So don't be eating booty over here, man. Yeah, he said chitlins are gross, especially human chitlins. But we think that this is so hip. Oh, because, I was reading, but they call it rimming. I call it eating booty. But, they said the politically correct, he's rimming. And because they said the anus has so many nerve endings that, when it comes in contact with licking, sucking of your mouth, it can turn you on. Well, no, we don't want that over here. Okay, leave that over there. He said, any thoughts on the General Santos era for foreigners? I'm always promoting General Santos. It's part of my expat alley. It's a great place, really. I had an Australian, he came and visited me here, and he said that it was the most livable city, in his opinion, in the Philippines. He lived there, he was happy. But when the pandemic came, he's watching videos, he's seeing Dumaguete, he's thinking, well, hell, Dumaguete was a upgrade. He said, Calvin, it's the worst mistake I made, moving from General Santos to Dumaguete. He said, I didn't know any better. He said he was over in Thailand. He said he's married to a Filipino woman. And he said the only reason he didn't stay there because of the immigration with his wife, going to the immigration all times and, making visa runs and all that. Because I don't know if he said it's not like over in the Philippines where you can add your wife on your SRRV over here. I don't know if you can do that over there. I think she had to have her own. I'm not really sure. But he said General Santos was the most livable city to him. Jabras, now he knows something about that. Him and what's the guy you ran into? I forgot. He's on her Passport, not Passport X. But he says, while I was in the fields, I spent a couple of weeks, had a great time. My friend lives over there full time. Love General Santos. I do too. He says, thanks for the super check, Kingo. He said another term for that booty licking is toss the salad. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. This is what we're talking about bringing the matrix with you over here. That's one of the things we do, just crazy stuff. He said, what's next? Golden showers. That's probably already been here. But what else, is, because like I said, Kamal gave me the idea for it to just talk about it today because he asked us, do the houses have basements over here? No, they don't. There's no need for that, really. Yeah, Passport King. That's right. But that's just one thing, Frank Ellis said something the other day. Does the Philippines have daylight savings time? No, they don't have that over here. That's bringing the matrix with you, thinking that everything works the same way over here as it does over there. He says, is the Greek thumb okay on special occasions? What do you mean? Anal sex has probably been over here for a long time. But that booty licking and eating booty and all that and all the disease, hepatitis E, I just thought it was A and B. It's hepatitis E y'all bringing over here with that. Amoebiasis. He says, I'll pass on that one. Cooper's Tie Adventure said, hey, Cal, I added my 33-year-old Filipino wife to my child retirement visa as a dependent, no problem. Yeah, maybe he just didn't know, Darren, because he said that's one of the reasons why he didn't stay there. But he's in, hey, Chris. Turnowski, he said, gifted 5 Sunshine Shows memberships. Thank you so much for your support. But he said, General Santos, but remember, it's 2,000 islands here that people actually live on, guys. We're always trying to write the Philippines off and saying it's not this and all that. You haven't scratched the surface. You can find what you're looking for over here. Hey, but it's your life. You do whatever you want to do. But I just think that we don't get anywhere comparing places. You're just comparing your little circle of places to the little circle of places you've been over here or what you heard about. I've got it good over here. I'm not going anywhere. Hey, Johnny Johnston, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm thinking about coming there and starting a piggery with my Filipina. Do you think that's a bad idea? Could I sustain myself like this? Well, you're just going to join the circus of a million piggeries. Everybody it's got that idea. Why don't you think outside the box? Why don't you do this? Why don't you sublease somewhere where you are if you're in a tourist area and do Airbnbs or something like that? Because everybody's got piggery over here. I mean, they eat a lot of pigs, but that's a lot of work, man. You know, I've got a friend who has a piggery. I want to say, yeah, in Ilo. He said, whenever I'm there, just let him know, and he'll send word to his wife's family to give me a pig. I'm like, well, what am I going to do with it here? But he said it started out pretty good until the family got smarter than him. And, you know, whenever money's involved, it's going to be trouble. But it's really not a bad idea, you know, but it's a common idea. You're going to have a lot of competition. Have you really thought that out all the way through? The feed, the care, the veterinarian you're going to have on call. And it's a lot that goes into it. See, what happens is we come over here and it sounds good. Okay? They've never run a piggery. Has she experienced running a piggery? If not, if she has, then why isn't it still in business? There's no business plan. We need to stop right now financing businesses with no business plan, no experience, or anything like that, guys. It's doomed to fail, really. Yeah, it sounds good. A sorry store sounds good. I would look to do something else. He said, don't let them take you off the square, Sunshine. Thank you, man. Yeah, I just give them 2 minutes of fame every now and then because y'all really don't know what I deal with. See, the smart, they're not trolls. These are stalkers. They're sending me emails because they know they'll never come on here on my channel because I'll get rid of them. So now these weird guys, man, I mean, it's really weird. They write these long, and I don't know if it's the same guy. It's probably the same guy. He just keep making different profiles. Y'all have no idea what I deal with over here. I can't speak for all the other vloggers, but I know what I go through. I'm being harassed, but it doesn't bother me. I know that they just want to be me. But the last guy who did that, the universe came and zapped him. He's out in the universe somewhere. He's dust right now. This guy was writing me nasty letters, man, harassing me, and he had a heart attack. Guess what? Because he's focusing on my life. That's stressful. Trying to focus on somebody else's life. Cisco said, good point. I was thinking about various disasters since the Philippines is most prone. He says, for me to own a piggery would be the equivalent of an alcoholic owning a distillery. Hit the like button, guys, and subscribe. But, you know, I think we don't think it all the way through. It just sounds like a good idea. Okay? But I don't think people realize the work that has to go into that. Hey, 8,000 miles away, thank you for that support. Welcome to the Sunshine Show's community. I know you've got a channel because I watch videos when you put them out. Check him out, everybody. He's got, I don't know if you're here yet, though. Are you? Are you still in the States? Philippine Paradise says the Philippines don't have a basement. Where do they go for protection in a national disaster? These houses. Most of the people that you see that die in these natural disasters, they have these, their houses, they're either outside or they have these, you know, the houses that aren't really storm proof. There's a reason why they build the way they do over here. Typhoon Odette, this house didn't receive a scratch. Okay? That's where they are. The people who died, a lot of times, you know, when you come over here, you're going to see it. You're gonna see what I'm talking about uh, with the poverty and stuff. When you get these natural disasters and stuff, a lot of the real poor people who their houses aren't built up to standard, up to par, and some of them are basically sleeping outside. Those are the ones that become the victims. You get in this house is 95% hollow block and cement. Fire is not even going to destroy this thing. It'll probably destroy the roof. These houses are well put together, man. When you see these houses now, it just depends on who the builder is. Because when I went up in those mountains, okay, to see my son when Typhoon Odette hit, the house that his mother built for them up there, concrete, sustained very little damage. But down in the valley a little bit, where her cousin built the house with hollow block and cement, the whole side of the house was wiped out. So I don't know if it was shabby work or what. But a lot of the houses are like um, bamboo and plywood and different things like that. Man, they're not going to hold up to a typhoon. B. Cox says, I don't understand why people are retired and travel 8,000 miles to journey into another rat race. Yeah, I don't either. You go from the rat race to the rice race, is what I call it. I didn't come here to work, really. And I'm not going to work. I'm not going to do anything that's going to cause me any kind of stress like that. I mean, somebody, you got to watch over it. That's why he's having so much problems. He's not here to watch over it. The money's getting messed up. You know, one friend of mine who tried to open up a piggery. When the pigs are born, they eat the pigs. And then they think, oh, well, what are we supposed to do? We got to wait again for the mother to have more pigs. No, you're supposed to sell those pigs. Is what you're supposed to do to recoup your money on feed and all that. No, they were eating the damn pigs and then wondering why they wasn't making any profit. He says, after 59, I'm never working again. I don't blame you. I think that everybody ought to have some limit on their work life, unless your work is not work, it's your passion or something. And even then, though, man, you know, you at some point you gotta enjoy life, man. Charles Butler said some businesses are much like pie in the sky money. It sounds too good to be true. It probably is. Well, most of them are, guys. I'm just gonna tell you. Um, because remember, we're bringing the matrix with us when you're talking about opening businesses, because the profit margin is not the same. Things don't move as fast over here as they do over there. They do business a whole lot of differently. You know, I tried all this stuff, man. You know, when I first met Marilyn, I'm like, okay, and we get locked down in with the pandemic. I sent her some money for a rice business. So she buys these big bags of rice. At that time, they were 50 kilos. So then what she would do was break them down to 1 kilo, 5 kilos, whatever they want, 10 kilos, which is a good idea, but everybody wants credit. And you know, you can't run a business like that, because now you got all of your product out on credit, but you have no money to work with to buy new rice. So you're just sitting around waiting for them to pay you so you can do it again. Well, it's not going to work like that. Sorry, stores and all that stuff, guys. It don't work. Okay, yeah. All you have to do, if you're going to own a business, I would do something that's going to target the foreigners over here who actually have the money that come over here. Yes, more locals, you know, but I would do something, you know, that's going to target foreigners. And what do foreigners do? They want Airbnb. But you can go a different level. You can offer them an Airbnb with everything they want. See, some of these Airbnbs over here are lacking, man. They really are. Half of them, the Wi-Fi may not work, the cable's not on. The last one we went to, the good thing about it, it was like a 6-minute walk from the beach, but the Wi-Fi did not work. So why are you advertising Wi-Fi if it don't work? But Airbnb in the Philippines is big business. A moment of admit says you can't eat your pigs and sell them too. Well, remember their logic is different over here than ours. They think you can. They think that's a piggery. Now they sit around and wait for it to have. Meanwhile, they're asking you for more money so they can buy more feed and everything to feed the sow so she can have more pigs again for them to eat. No, you're supposed to sold those 6 that she had and put the money back into the business. He said, open up a real good soul food restaurant. But see, the problem with that, you would have to do it in Angeles City, somewhere where there's a whole bunch of foreigners. And then, of all the businesses I would even think about opening in the Philippines, a food business would not be one. It's too much competition. It's too much competition, man. You know, he said, I used to sell weed back in high school, $1 a joint. Everyone was broke, wanted credit. Yeah, they lasted 2 weeks. He said, I see quite a few foreigners open up a restaurant. Yeah, and I wouldn't do that, though. It's just too much competition. It's just too much competition. And you better be way in the back where they don't know. But remember, Filipinos are very monolithic and they're going to support their own. If they know you have anything to do with it, they're not going to support you, man, over here. Because they're going to look at it as a slap in the face. Okay? Because y'all know how I feel about opening businesses like that, where you're competing with the locals. I mean, right on the, what do you call it? Right on the firing line. They'll look at it like you're taking food out of their mouth, man. They'll hurt you for doing that, guys. It's dangerous when you do that over here like that. But don't listen to me. I don't know anything. I tell y'all about the story about the guy, the American. He was American. He was 55 or something like that. He was young, basically. And he built up a magnificent cookie business. And what he was doing, he had a special recipe. People loved his cookies. And he was giving them on consignment to the stores around in Cebu. Well, somebody got hip to what he was doing and they followed him one Wednesday. When he was done with his collections, 250,000, they killed him. Then they left his wife alone. Oh no, I don't think she would kill the man, for 250,000, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? But they watch you like that. See, remember I tell you that you're invisible for the most part. They see you until they get past you. Then their man goes back to finding a job, taking care of business, their families and everything like that. But if you got a brick and mortar business where they're seeing you every day, man, it could be trouble. You don't know who you're going to attract over here for that. You don't even know if there's a rebel tax you have to pay. It just depends on where you are. You just don't know until you open up that brick and mortar business and you get that visit. There was an expat here. Me and John was talking to him at Malwani. He said, I had to close my sorry store. He said, because he got a visit. The guy wanted a certain amount. I think he wanted 50,000 pesos, something. The bad guys came to see him, guys. And he was like, he had to shut it down. He's like, man, I ain't got that kind of money. So he just shut the business down. He said residual income can be purchased. He said, I used to sell snacks and candy at school. Yeah. He said, this is a hustle economy. You can make money a million different ways. You can even rent your credit card for extra money. Yeah, you know, you can get very creative over here. I'm just saying, a piggery he was talking about, I don't believe it's a good idea. I mean, who you gonna sell it to? And if you're over here in Negroes Island now, they got a ban on pigs, really. There's no bacon being, you can't buy bacon here in St. Carlos City. You got to go to the restaurant and get it because they're making their own bacon. When you get off the ferries and stuff like that, they're checking your luggage for pork and all that because of the African swine flu and all that. You just have to know the rules wherever you are. But a piggery is a lot of work. You know, I know what you're thinking. Well, she has 10 and then I sell the 10 and then do it again over and over and over. But you're not thinking about how much it costs to feed them pigs. House them. Where are you going to house them? Because there's a piggery right across here and they stink sometimes. They're funky. Okay? Who's going to run that for you? Yeah, he said your restaurant may mysteriously burn down. That's if you're lucky. More than likely, they're going to burn you down. Okay? This is just my, yeah, he said, ask Pumpkin Joe about what happens in his town. A Filipino bad guy told the business owner to sign his business over to him or else. Well, else happened. Wow. Well, I know Pumpkin Joe had started a few businesses and none of them worked. You know, trying to help his wife. You know, we got good intentions, ladies and gentlemen, but you're bringing the matrix with you. You're thinking, oh, I can do it here. You have no idea. I would wait a long time to try to see how things work here, how things move here, before I would try anything like that. You know, what's working, what's not. You know, people don't want to believe it, but one of the most lucrative businesses here, although it's illegal, you know, but it's an open secret, is the 5-6 business. I don't advocate that, but I'm telling you, if you want to, you know, get rid of all the bullshit and start earning money, you start loaning money. That's how you do it over here. You want to cut to the chase, you do the 5-6. For every 5 pesos they borrow, they pay 6 back. So if they borrow 1,000, they pay 1,200 back. Okay? And then, but they pay you every day. So if you do it for a month, that's what? 40 pesos a day they have to give you. So if you got 10 customers like that, then you're getting 4,000 pesos, well, 400 pesos a day. All right. But what happens at the end of 30 days, they're not going to have the 1,200, so you're going to do it again. The woman I told y'all that I met from Tacloban, that's how she was earning a living. She loaned a hotel owner 15,000 pesos, man, and she was living off the interest. The lady could not pay her back the 15,000, but probably has paid her 100,000 back. But that comes with great risk. You know, if you stay small like that and only do 1,000, 2,000, you should be okay. But when you start loaning big money like that, it will cost less for them to kill you than to pay you back. Pick up the newspaper in Cebu. See, the Indians got the 5-6 business sold up over here, but it's dangerous. When the collectors come around, and they be Filipinos, but you know, people, you don't know who they are because the only thing showing is their eyes. They covered everything from head to toe, and they come around, man, and they collect that money at the same time every day. You see it. All these little sorry stores. Go to the market. All these little vendors. That's where they're getting their money from. That's the bank over here. You know, they had politicians running saying, well, we're going to shut it down. You're taking advantage of the Filipino people. Now, that's sewn into the fabric of this culture, that 5-6. But you better have some big time protection. Yes, a magnet for flies. He says, I'm watching Rebuty's vlog today, talking white skin and Moreno Filipino women. Most locals said both are beautiful, but they went towards the Moreno because they look more natural. Rebuty's pretty. Yeah, that's just a subject to get views and clicks, you know. Remember, black people used to do the same thing. But if you can't afford all that products and stuff like that, if all you're doing is buying that cheap ass orange soap at the grocery store and the sorry store, you're gonna look like a spotted owl over here. Your knees and elbows still gonna be brown, okay, but all your other, you know, it's gonna be splotches, you know, because you got to get that stuff directly to your vein now, that glutathione, okay? Because over here, they're promoting it, that glutathione, as more than just white skin, but a healthy lifestyle. I'm calling bullshit on that because it's doing something to your liver. You don't know the after effects, but it's very expensive. Local people can't do it. They can't afford it. And it looks crazy, man, when you see it. I was in Seymour, me and Merlin one time, we're in line. I looked to my left, there was a woman, I mean, she was as white as this piece of paper. They're really white. White people aren't white, man. It takes all the pigment out of your skin. You really look crazy, man. But I mean, if it's going to be an advantage over here, why not do it? You need every little bit piece of advantage. But, you know, black people did that, man, for years. You know, because there was advantages to it. But in 2024, I don't see it. McDuff says, I'm with you. I didn't come here to work. I punched my last time card. I'm telling you, man, it's tough. Thomas Marshall says, there's no way I would do anything dealing with money over here. He said, Filipinos even have a business selling tokens in Tom's World. When you go in there, it looked like a kid's place, but it's really like a gambling den. Yeah, I know that little game. They got a game that they sit down. Okay, and I'm like, what is that? And they sort of like gambling. He said, the hell with swine, beef bacon. Yeah, because you can't get it over here. He said they wouldn't pay a foreigner back. Yeah, that's why you'd have to have your Filipino be out front, and then you have to have a strong arm, protection, and for the people who won't pay you. You got to be able to send somebody over there and say, hey, look, if you don't pay me, I'm going to break your damn legs or whatever it is. It's a dangerous business, but I'm just saying, if you want to cut to the chase and literally no inventory or anything you have to buy other than a damn pencil and a notebook to write down the names, and because they do it. If you go to any market, right when they get ready to close, you're going to see a guy coming around to every stall. He's just sitting there. And the women, they'll have the money ready to pay him. He says, whatever business you're doing in the Philippines, you better have a Filipino who you can trust in the front, and you better be way in the back. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to support you, man. You know, one thing I can say about Filipinos, you know, they're supporting each other if they're the owner of the business. He said, yeah, that's not a bad business. If you're willing to deal with the risk, it's not. It's lucrative, man. People get rich over here doing that. I mean, super rich. Hey, Mr. Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He says, all the roosters you see with their foot in a leash used for cockfighting, yeah, most of them are. Because, you know, that's a big business here, too. Getting that cockfighting and cock breeding, and, you know, they got online cockfighting now. They're trying to, you know, they're really pushing back against that over here because it's real addictive. You know, cockfighting is like American football over here in the Philippines. It's that popular. I mean, it really is. It's like the NFL over here, the National Rooster League. Yeah, he said MJ paid a fortune and it takes a needle now, but that stuff's expensive. But I mean, you're too white. I mean, and you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how you know somebody's on their glutathione. This part of their hand and this part of their skin is the same color. Okay, when you see this and this the same color, they're on it, and you'll see it. I mean, because if you even look at my creases in my hand, you can see their color. They're the same color as my skin, but they're not. All the glutathione takes all this away. All you're gonna see is a blank hand like this. I had to show Merlin what it was like. When we went to Cebu, we went to this fancy restaurant, a hotel. It was a hotel. It was the Quest Hotel. And the woman at the front desk, I said, see, she's on glutathione. Look, you don't see any of this. All this is gone. It's just a blank finger. And the same, it's one whole color. Big Shirley said, do they eat roosters? Just asking. I don't know. Do they eat roosters? I guess it would be the same as asking, do they eat bulls? I'm not really sure. But I know they eat the rooster's wife and his children. He said about a dog selling business. He said there aren't enough dogs in the Philippines. Yeah, but they do it though. All you do is go to the mall usually, and somebody will be standing out in front. I know in that Robinson Mall in Fuentes Circle in Cebu, they have a box of puppies. He said, Miss Ringo, no, that's how they tie them down so they don't cause trouble. The hens are let loose and the roosters are tied up. The cockfighting ones are the guys walking around with them in their arms. Okay, he's looking to sell them. Oh, okay. Now, if you see the roosters with the little thing, usually that's what that is, though. When you see them with the little teepee-like huts that they live in, they're breeding them. Because remember I told you about up in the mountains in Cebu, where my son used to live, the people's house who was blown half away, they were raising cocks. He said, how can you stay white when the sun shines every day? Well, that glutathione takes all that out, but you have to do it on a regular basis. But it's not healthy living, man. Okay? I'm sorry. They promoting it as healthy living and this and that. Look at some of the commercials over here. And I'm calling bullshit on that. It's not true. And then, they stay covered up. But if it's an advantage, any little advantage that you can have over here, because it's competitive. Remember, we're coming from the rat race. This is the rice race, I call it. So a lot of the job descriptions will say fair skin, man. You can't do that in America. They got other ways of discriminating, but over here it's just blatant. You got to have fair skin, 18 to 30. I mean, they're discriminating on all levels. I don't know if big people even get a job over here. Yeah, he said, look at Sammy Sosa. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He looks like a damn fool. Of course, it's not natural. But see, that's the white supremacist ideology. That white skin is better. So it's all around the world. It's not just the Philippines. Go to India and all those places. He said, chicken is the real deal, the native chicken, only if you cook it right. You got to cook that for a long time. You got to boil the shit out of that native chicken, man. It's going to be tough. Now, I tell you what it is good for if you don't cook it. It's good for chicken broth, soup broth. Because the very first time I ever went up in those mountains, her mother made some chicken soup. She killed the chicken right in front of me. I'd never seen that before. And made some chicken soup. Well, hell, I tried to bite into the damn leg. It was like biting into a damn Firestone radio tar. So I just politely put it down, and hell, I poured the soup over the rice, and that was it. But that if you don't cook that right, yeah, the losers, yeah, you're right. They do eat the losers here. I forgot about that. I didn't know though. I don't know if we eating roosters in America though. I don't really know, but yeah, they do eat the losers. They'll boil him. You better win. He said, Cal read today that the average woman in the U.S. is 170 pounds. Yes, he's 5'4" with a 38-inch waist too. That's not too attractive to me. I don't find that attractive. Okay. Somebody else might find it attractive. But yeah, if you over here and you're a person of color and you see that orange soap in the bathroom, it's time to have a discussion. But hey, like I said, any advantage that they can have over here, they need it. That's why education, they're so enthusiastic about education. It's very important. Carl says, I had native chicken soup in Zamboanga del Norte, and it was delicious. It is. If you cook that native chicken right, it's good. Yeah, it was like, man, it's rough, man, because, I wasn't going to be there long, so she wasn't able to cook it long as she was, but the broth was delicious. He said, what meals does Maryland cook for you, if you don't mind me asking? Anything I want, basically, but I just keep it simple. Chicken, when we cook the chicken in the air fryer, chicken soup, moon beans, them little green beans, they're delicious. White beans, fish, all kinds of fish, fresh fish right out of the ocean. And then we'll get like green beans and she'll steam them, okra, of course, rice. Her mother makes the best adobo, but Merle can cook adobo too. But I just keep my meals simple, really. I eat the same, I eat a Western diet really over here with Filipino ingredients, but it's basically a Western diet. I live a Western lifestyle like most Westerners do over here. He said we call it yard bird. Yeah. He said you have to understand in America, the average woman's age is 39 and a half. Most women are well past their prime by then. Yeah, Philippines has one of the youngest populations. Vietnam, of course, you know why. Hell, we killed all of them. We killed a lot of people over here. Let's, make sure that we say what our part was in that. But yeah, they got a young population over here. That's a great point you made. But either way it goes, though, Beach of Life, they're big over there because of the diet. Man, when I left in 2018, when you bought the regular Big Mac meal, you get that big ass fries and that big ass cup of pop, and you can go back and forth. See, over here, you don't fill your own cup. Because Maryland said, hell, they bring buckets in there and fill it up. She said, no, we're not allowed to have, the pop with the soda machine where we in America, they just give you the cup. While they're filling your order, you go fill it up. She said, no, you can't do that over here. We be bringing in buckets from the outside, filling it up. What's up, Happy Man 6920? He said, that's a hard no for me. He said, Big Shirley. Come on, guys. Whoever this is. Well, good. A rooster that's cut like a syrup can be cooked. It's called a capon. Maybe because native chicken's not enough fat. Yeah, you got to boil the shit out of it, literally, before you can eat that thing. I'm just being honest with you. And then it's pretty good after that. WC gets to success. Thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, did that chicken bite back? Man, that damn chicken was rough. And I was glad wasn't nobody looking because I heard I put it back down in the broth. I just poured it over my rice and then I called it a day. It tastes like biting into a pair of leather pants. I was like, that's okay. I can't deal with it. But her father, man, is like a chef, man. I mean, whenever I used to bring chicken, whatever I bought up there, he would, man, he's like a master chef, honestly. But he wasn't there that day. It was the mother. And man, that chicken, man, it was like, she might as well gave me a belt with some hot water and salt in the damn thing, because it was bad. But I appreciated the effort, but it was tough, man. I was like, well, damn. Hey, what's this? Sass in the Philippines via the U.S. Thanks for the super chat. He said, Cal, continue to ignore those ignorant haters like Alexander. Yeah. They don't understand the peace of mind and beauty we experience over here in the Philippines. They really don't. But they do. And that's why they come on here and try to rattle your cage, because they're jealous, man. It's like, hey, you can come over here. You ain't got to be jealous. There's no reason to be jealous. Just come on over. It's plenty for everybody. But they're mad at people like us who are able to retire early. We got young, attractive women. We don't have to punch that clock, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the reasons I came over here, man. I was tired of working. You got to get it. It drives you. That job does. You have to go to bed a certain time, man. You're like, damn, it's 6 o'clock already. And they don't like the fact that, instead of them making better choices over there to put themselves in a better position to retire, they will come under here and bother you, Sass, in the Philippines via the USA. I don't get it either, man. Misery loves company, I guess. What's up, Angelo Habib? Is he on here? I'm glad he got back. I'm glad you got back safely, brother. He said they rolled out the red carpet for him last night. Thanks for stopping by again, man. We'll hook up again. He said it's not the diet, but what's in the food that's causing obesity. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole, you are what you eat. I mean, if you eat a loaf of bread every damn day and all the other crazy stuff we eat, but I have to agree with you. We just eat so much of it. Nate Allison says, how hard is it to get citizenship over there? I'm American, been there twice. Well, you can be a permanent resident. I don't know about why you want to be a citizen. Now, permanent resident, you can enjoy a whole lot of the things that the locals do. You can go to school here. You can own a business here. And all of that. I mean, you can't vote. But you can do a lot of the things that the locals can do that tourists can't do. And a lot of people get those SRVs and all that stuff just so they can go in and out of the country anytime they want. Well, hell, you can do that on a tourist visa, really. But you don't have to be um, a citizen. I'm not giving up my U.S. citizenship. I don't think that's necessary to live a comfortable life over here. Hey, Jack Wolfinger, thanks for that super chat, brother. He says, Cal, I hope you were comfortable with my driving. Oh, yeah, your driving was good. You're my type of driver, Jack. See, we're the same. You're not trying to break any speed records and all that. Now, Jeffrey Taylor is a different story. Merlin's a different story. They drive too fast. You know, they forget that you're in there with them. Merlin forgets that I'm on the back seat of that. He's running over potholes and everything else. He said, what kind of car you got, Jack? He's got a little Kia, man. I told you Jack paid $170,000 for this car. Remember, we paid $150,000 for this NMAX. He paid $170,000, man. It's nice. It's a little Kia. You know how they shape like a little egg, and it's clean though. Good air con. He put new tires on it, but yeah, it's a Kia or something. But yeah, me and Jack, we like the same. He said, definitely stay away from processed foods. Yeah, that takes a while. Some habits are harder to break than others. So they get you hooked on this stuff. Then when you get old and you figure out, man, it's killing me, it's too late. You're hooked. It takes a long time. The sugar, remember we're talking about the sugar. Get rid of that sugar if you can and see what happens to your life, how much better it gets. I did it before. I went 60 days without it. I'm going to do it again. But right now, I just don't have the willpower to do it. I need Marilyn to tell me I can't do it. See, if she tells me I can't do it, I'll do it. I need somebody to kind of get me charged up and riled up because it's painful, man. I mean, really, that sugar is in your bones, man. Just like I was listening to LaVale Crawford the other day, and he was like, he got that bariatric surgery, and he was like, well, and I didn't eat sugar for 3 months. He said, shh. He said, I'd be ready to sell some booty for some sugar. He said, it was funny, man, but he's dead serious. If they outlaw sugar like they did cocaine, man, women be out here sucking dicks for a pack of the sugar. They would. They be out there selling their body for some damn sugar, man. Be careful, man. That damn sugar is something. Hey, Ryan, the Eaton Warrior, thanks for that super chat. He said, giving up your U.S. citizenship is so wild. Yeah, I wouldn't even consider it. He said, people forget how bad things can get in the world. As much as the U.S. sucks, it's the best place to be if World War III kicks off, especially in the Pacific. I'll hold on to mine. Yeah, I mean, you just don't have to do it. I mean, I had no choice in the matter of being born an American, but I paid my dues. Okay, so no, I'm not going to do that. I don't think you have to do it to enjoy life and everything. But you're right. If World War III kicks off, more than likely, all we have to worry about is a damn terrorist attack. We don't have to worry about war being fought over that. Like like you could be worried over here, because war has been fought on Philippine soil. This is something we never take into account. Do you ever recover from that? I think Filipino people have done an exceptional job, but Westerners, we bring the matrix with us. We don't think that history matters. So we don't care that the Japanese and the Americans is over here fighting, tearing up the country, wreaking havoc on the place. It doesn't seem to matter to us. As well as the United States had built Manila up, they basically destroyed it, getting the Japanese out of there. Go look that up, man. You'll see. You'll have a little bit more respect for what goes on over here, but we don't care, man. We just don't care. We think we just woke up one day and everything's the way it is. I got news for you. It's not. Yeah, I got news for you. It's not. He says, I love Korean engineering. He says, I worked for Hyundai, Kia for 20 years, awesome cars. Those two oceans are good protection. Yeah. I love it. China said the best part of U.S. citizenship is the U.S. passport. Yeah, even though it's not as strong as it used to be, it's still a damn good passport to have. But not only the passport, but just the freedom to move around. You know, we're accepted in most places. We can go to Cuba. We can go to North Korea. You have to get some type of state clearance and all that, but it's not many places on the planet where an American cannot go. We don't have to, some places, of course, you need a visa. You get permission from the country you're visiting, but as far as the United States stopping you and saying, no, you can't go, like if you get to the airport, they're not going to do that like they do over here. They'll stop you in your tracks over here if you're trying to go somewhere, for good matter. I mean, for good reasons, though. Ryan of Wisdom said, Cal, are you concerned about, the current aggression of China against the Philippines? No. Remember, history matters. The Philippines and Chinese have a long history together, man. It's a lot of Chinese over here doing business and everything. It's something that's been going on for a long time. I don't think that would be a reason for World War III. I'm really not concerned about it because remember, the United States would fly us out of here if it got that bad. But I don't think I wouldn't leave Booby over here. But I'm not concerned about it because I'm concerned about the United States being over here, not China. Because wherever we go, man, we starting something. I don't care, man. You can get mad. I'm just stating the fact. I'm not worried about China. I'm worried about the United States because we'll come over here and kick some shit off. I'm not worried about China. When the last time China went to war with one of its neighbors or with anybody, really? You got to go way back, damn near 50 years. We're always into something with the United States, either a proxy war or something like that. It's always something going on. We got drones over here in the Philippines, but they've been over here. When I was living down in Zamboanga, I see them land in the airport all the time. Yeah, man, I'm not worried about China. I'm worried about the U.S. When they start coming over here, something's getting ready to pop off. I ain't worried about no China. He said, you should be kind of worried about China. No, not me. Man, go do some research, guy. China is not aggressive like that. Now, would they do something, sanctions or something like that? But they're not going to shoot anybody or anything like the United States, man. Come on, guys. Don't get amnesia on me because you're an American. Facts is facts. We're fighting somebody somewhere right now. Them damn Houthis over there in Yemen and the Red Sea and all that area, man, we're fighting over there. They got U.S. soldiers on the way to Haiti. So no, I'm not worried about China. I'm worried about the damn United States because they always instigating shit. That's what I'm worried about. CC777 said, you don't need to worry about it. Are from an uprising from the population. I'm just saying, I don't worry about China, man. It's the United States. Yeah, they still have the best military. That's why they do all that stuff. When you see them start showing up in the Philippines, this is when red flags need to go up. All of a sudden, now they're coming over here. They'll use the Philippines as an excuse to start effing with China. and all that. But we're warmongers over there, and it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. Ever since I've been of age, the United States has been involved in some type of military action. Up until this day, I'm 60 years old, there has never been any peace at all. We're always fighting. When I was in the Navy, Grenada, Panama, come on, man, talk to me. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Ain't worried about no damn China. We're always doing something. Uh, Iraq. Um, what else? Afghanistan. Hey, Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. Said, what's up, Cal? Funny title. My cousin told me there's a lot of Shirleys in Louisville, especially by Cherokee Park. True. Yeah, you know, American women are getting bigger and bigger. You know, they got their mouth open and their legs closed, and that's why I left. I don't have a problem with American women. I got a problem with my options over there. I don't want a 60-year-old grandmother, and that's what I'm going to get over there. Wait till I get 90, and then I'll have a 60-year-old woman. But over in America, they want to pair you with somebody your age. So if I'm 60, I got to date a 60-year-old woman. At least she's got to be 50. You know, I'm sorry, it's an elephant pussy. It's dried up. You know, and everything else, you know. Like I said, I'm not trying to do that. Come on, say, guys, for real, America's ultimate flaw is fear. Well, I'm going to tell you what, I'm not worried about China. I promise you that. Yeah, they're sneaky, but not like, but they can be as sneaky as they want to be. But let's just look at facts. When's the last time China's military, and you heard about China's military being boots on the ground, invading somebody's country, killing innocent civilians and all that, going to war? Let's just talk facts. Because, you know, nobody wins in war, really, but the warmongers, the people at the top, the people who create the bullets and the tanks and all that, they win. It's usually the innocent people who die who have nothing to do with the conflict. You know, that we talk about the migrants over in America, right? But y'all don't look at it all the way through. We've done something somewhere that's caused that migration of people. You know, you talk about Central America. Don't y'all know the history of the United States in Central America? Nicaragua and all that? Come on, guys, don't get amnesia on me. We're always somewhere causing trouble. Then we'll run and act like, oh, we don't know what's going on. Bullshit, man. I don't know what she's talking about. Barbecue. He said, mother boy still wants marriage over here. Yeah. No, Rob. We're always in something. I don't care who's the leader. Trump ain't running the world. We didn't have a dictatorship under Trump. Come on, guys. Get off here with that foolishness, man. Trump ain't nothing but a human being. When he has to take a dump, he sits down on the toilet. Unless he got one of y'all pulling the damn shit out of his ass. You know, y'all such like a cult members of Trump. Trump ain't nothing. He's done nothing successfully. That's facts. Look at all the businesses he had. How many times he filed bankruptcy? Trump ain't shit to me. Okay? Ain't give a damn about Trump. I'm not sucking Trump like y'all. But y'all know what I'm talking about. We can argue all day long about what China's doing. Talking about dissidents. You don't think the United States has dissidents over there in America right now? Hell, black people are dissidents in their own damn country. Hell, look how they treated us over there. History matters, TJ. We're still second-class citizens over there. China is not invading anybody's countries, guys. The man asked me, shouldn't I be worried about China? I said, no, I'm not worried about China. I'm worried about the United States military being over here simply because of our record. You can't deny our war record. We've been doing some type of military action ever since I've been born. I can't remember. When I was in the first grade, we were fighting over in Vietnam. 1969, I was in the first grade because every morning when we come into class, the teacher would have the television on. And they would be giving updates about the Vietnam War, how many people got killed, the negotiations and all that. And here I am 60 years old right now. We're still doing the same thing. But let's get on to something else because y'all in denial. America's not the greatest country in the world. I mean, if it is to you, it is. I can't make it not be. I can't convince you that it's not. He says, China's population, what's he say? What are you saying? Was getting old fast? They're not trying to have a conventional war. They'll fight covertly and economically. They're exporting their people all over the world. Well, that's because it's so many Chinese, there's so many Indians. Everywhere you go, you can't go anywhere where you're not going to see Indians and Chinese. Why? Because there's so many. It's too many for their country. You're talking about over 1 billion people. So they're always exporting their people for that reason. But everywhere you go, you're going to see Indians and you're going to see Chinese. That's just how it is. I'm sorry to tell you that. When I left, my wife was working at General Electric and in Louisville, Kentucky. This is in New York City. And I dropped her off for her shift, her second shift. And a whole crew of Indian engineers would be coming out of the factory, getting off. Hey, Ryan, the Eden Warrior says, I respect your opinion and both countries can be in the wrong at once. U.S. starts wars to fund the economy and China wages business warfare, like how they are treating the locals, the countries they're in. Yeah, but you know what we're talking about. We're talking about boots on the ground military action. I think everybody knows that China engages in that sort of stuff, spyware and all that old stuff on the computers and, they hijacking, the internet and all of that. But he simply asked me a question. Shouldn't I be concerned about China? I'm like, no, invading the Philippines. Look into history and see in the last time China invaded another country. Then come back and talk to me. Thanks for that super chat, by the way. I mean, the powers that be, they're evil, but he just asked me a simple question. And I gave y'all my answer. I'm not worried about the Chinese coming over here invading the Philippines. History matters. The Chinese and the Filipinos have a history that goes way back, thousands of years, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It's a lot going on behind the scenes we don't see. You can't follow the news. I'm over here, boots on the ground. When these presidents over here get into office, one of the first things they do is start talking with China, man. You see a lot of Chinese people over here. They've got different type of business agreements and everything like that over here than the Westerners do. He said, don't forget who brought Pinochet to power in Chile. Yeah. Or the Shah of Iran to Iran. America, we're always talking about democracy. Well, the president before the Shah of Iran was elected by the people in a democratic election. What did the United States do? Okay, they organized a coup to get rid of him, and they put the Shah of Iran in there. But y'all don't think history matters. Yeah, right. He said China has an invested interest in America. Who else buys the jump? Oh man, that's a good one. Because at one time, Walmart, I used to sell something called a miracle cloth. It would shine and clean anything, right? So I said, yeah, I'm gonna take it to Walmart because Walmart only wants American products. I thought this is like early 2000s before it was revealed that they were getting most of their shit from China. And now they got, big offices and stuff over there in China. It's just so, when you get way up there, it's just a hodgepodge of stuff. The line, it's a blurred line. But no, I'm not worried about China. He says, I have no TV, but even that Ford car that a lot of you people are driving, remember all this old rhetoric they tell you, buy American and all this, man, you cannot manufacture a car in the United States without products from China. Okay, it's just facts. A lot of my friends work at Ford. All that stuff not American made. Yeah, he said the three things you don't talk about: money, religion, and politics. Yeah, and well, sports. But the guy asked me a legitimate question that's always asked of me. You know, because it used to be the one thing that they try to scare you with at first was inflation. When I first started coming over here, oh, the inflation is going to run you back home, they'd say. And well, hell, it's been 15 years. I'm still here. Now it's China. That's the new, boogeyman now. It was inflation. Now it's China. When what's going to run me away from here is when the United States starts instigating stuff in the region. It's a lot of Americans right now who are in China. Hell, look at TikTok. We're talking about China. Hell, do you think they're going to as popular as TikTok is in the Philippines and America, you think they're going to shut that down for real? They're supposed to have been shut that down. I thought Trump was trying to shut that down. Yeah, it didn't happen. They're going to make a lot of people mad. They shut that TikTok down. But yeah, let's talk about bringing the matrix with you. Something else that's not over here. These drive-by abortions. See, we'll bring the matrix with us. We'll come over here. We'll get a woman pregnant and then try to talk her into having an abortion. Let's have that discussion because that's bringing the matrix with you over here. Abortion's illegal over here. You're putting a woman's life in jeopardy when you do that. This isn't the matrix. She can't go to Planned Parenthood on every corner and get a free abortion like it's nothing. She may have to deal with a few protesters in front of the place. They can't do that over here. It's still the back alley stuff, guys. But we'll bring the matrix over here and we'll do that. Well, I don't want a baby. I'll pay for the abortion and all that, putting pressure on the woman. Remember Gail's father? That's what he did. When her mother came to Gail's father and said, "Hey, I'm pregnant," he paid her for an abortion. She went back to the province and didn't have the abortion. She had Gail instead. She kept the money. But that's still going on today. We'll come over here with our pants on fire, get the woman pregnant, and then talk about an abortion, because where we come from, it's easy. It's a drive-by abortion. You can literally find out you're pregnant, walk into a place, get an abortion, and walk out the same day. It's no big deal in the Matrix. Over here, it's a big deal. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be responsible. They're not going to require you to have a rubber, but maybe you want to say, "Hey, let me put on a rubber." But now you want the real feeling. I can't get the feeling. I can't get it. Because you don't put a rubber on when you beat your damn dick over there. Maybe you did, it wouldn't have blisters on the damn thing. Yeah, he said, "I still want to visit Macau, but maybe that place, time in the sun has passed." It really hasn't. They got a lot of those. It's like what, the Vegas of South of Asia? Pac-Man got paid over there. Yeah, but we're talking about over here. He asked me about China over here, Ryan the Eating Warrior. You know, in the Philippines. They're not going to get rid of TikTok over here. But Trump hasn't done nothing, guys. He's the president. He's not a dictator over there. I mean, he's got y'all convinced he's a dictator. Trump ain't shit. At the end of the day, we still got to put our pants on and get out there and get it done. Trump ain't going to do nothing for you. He ain't going to do nothing for me or anybody else but Trump and his family. Y'all need to get that out of y'all blood, man. My mother told me a long time ago, she said, "I don't care who the president is, you better have your shit together." And I'm telling y'all the same thing. Don't hang your hopes on Trump. Don't hang your damn hopes on Trump. I'm sorry, or Biden, or the rest of them. You're just going to be hanging. People won't do nothing for you. Y'all can't even name 3 people on your damn school board, but you want to talk about Trump. You can't even name me 3 people on your city council. Who's your state senators? You don't know. Those are the people who control your life, not the federal level. Gives a damn who the president is. I don't. Trump this and Trump that. Trump ain't shit if you just gonna go by his record, but a privileged cocksucker as far as I'm concerned. All of them are. Don't be throwing that Trump shit to me like he's some type of superhero. I'm glad I left the Matrix, man, because y'all drinking that Kool-Aid really bad over there. Y'all really drinking it bad. I'm so glad I left that, man. Trump ain't doing shit. Trump ain't shit. Biden ain't shit. Obama ain't shit. Okay? If you ain't got enough money where they're going to have any type of influence on your business or your taxes or something like that, man, sit down somewhere, guys. Okay? Stop with all that. Yeah, I'm going in tonight because it's time that we stop this. Me and Angelo was talking about this. He's from Canada. I'm from America. And he was like, "Man, it's interesting." He said, because they don't do it in Canada. He said, "But it's interesting to watch American politics and how we fight over there." He says, "It's real entertaining." And that's all it is, guys. That's all it is. It's entertainment for the rest of the world. But we take it literally. The country split down the middle when it shouldn't be. But don't give me that like Trump's all this and Trump's all that. What's the name of the show he was on at first? What was the name of that show? Remember where he was the game show? What was Trump? You're fired or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying. This is what he was doing before he was the president. They don't forget about that, man. Americans, man, we don't read. We don't give a shit. Yeah, yeah, Jack. Thank you. He said, no president ever sent me $1 for my birthday. None. They don't give a damn, but we'll fight each other over that stuff. Oh, Trump did this and Trump did that. But you still got to work, man. You still got to take care of your family. You're not making it easy on you at the level that you are. No, not lifestyles of the rich and famous. Yeah, it's supposed to be the United States. It's not. But what was the name of that show? The something. It was called The Something. But he was the guy. Come on, guys. But anyway, bringing the Matrix over here, they don't have drive-by abortions. Okay, there's no divorce over here. That's another way we bring the Matrix over here. There's no divorce over here. You better choose. If you're going to choose, you better choose correctly when you get the woman, if you want to marry over here in the Philippines, because it's going to take a lot for her to get divorced. Now, you may be able to go home and get your divorce, but it's going to take you some maneuvering to come back over here and get married again. I mean, if you want to do that, but there's no divorce over here. Yeah, The Apprentice. Thank you. He went from being the apprentice to the chief. That's all. He said, who's on the $100 bill? And the guy said, a dead president. Yeah. You got to die to be on there, but let these guys do it. They're going to put Trump on a bill. I promise you, man. My last year, or maybe was it my last, either 2017 or 2018. No, it had to be before Trump. Trump won the 2016 election. And remember, I'm from Kentucky. What is Republican? Blue state. It's a blue state. It hasn't been red in a long time. Or if it's red, it hasn't been blue in a long time. Well, anyway, I'm going out in like Shepherdsville, Kentucky. I mean, these people are, I couldn't get it, because I don't get into the presidential elections anymore like I did as a child. Once I knew better, I was like, but man, they was dying the war of Trump. Trump could not do any wrong. Trump was going to get rid of all the Mexicans. Lady started talking about, I was in Walmart and look behind me, the Mexican had a big old shopping cart full of groceries and all that, because, we're ignorant to a certain extent over there when it comes to welfare and all that stuff. But Trump was going to get rid of all that. Hell, there's more Mexicans and migrants and stuff over there now than there ever was before. He wasn't going to stop it. Whatever happened to that wall he's supposed to have built over there? Imagine this. His followers thought he was going to build a wall all the way to separate Mexico from the United States. How stupid do you have to be to buy into that? Pretty stupid, because that's what he was elected on. He was elected because he's going to build this border wall. $39 billion. It never happened, guys. I don't care. I don't care about Trump. Trust me, I don't want to argue about Trump because Trump's not going to do anything for me. Hey, the Eaton Warrior, thanks for that super chat. He said, speaking of divorce, guess who's got to talk to a lawyer next time he's on vacation in the Philippines? This guy. My ex-wife never filed our divorce papers before she took her U.S. citizenship, so now it's my problem. Wow. See, I knew about divorce over here, Ryan. That's why when I did the K-1, I didn't do the spousal visa. Because, just in case something happened, I knew it was going to be easy, but I had no idea that I was going to go through what I'm going through. Imagine when you're standing up and saying, hey, I'll pay for the divorce, just get it. How easy would that be? She's there, I'm here. But she won't do it. So I'm going to have to go all the way back to the United States, basically, That would be the best thing to do. I know I could go to Guam, but it's going to cost me more to go to Guam and get the 7-year divorce. I mean, the 7-day divorce than it would be for me to go all the way back to the United States and just file normally. That way I can do some other things. I mean, this is what I'm telling you about. Sometimes people will forget what you've done for them. I mean, imagine that you won't even give me a divorce. I'm responsible for you being over there living that good life you're living. All I want you to do is file for divorce. Can't we change favors? Just do me that favor. She won't do it. I don't know who she's listening to. Tommy, I said, yo, Cal, I heard about Tyson Food hiring 1,200 American workers and planning to hire illegals because they're loyal. Prelude to robots and AI, another slap at the American worker. Well, we don't want to work anyway, though. We don't want to work. Don't even put that on the government and all that. We're lazy over there. We don't want to work. We're entitled. We want everything given to us. We're not going to pick peaches and strawberries and all that. So stop. And have you ever worked in one of those Tyson food places? You think that's easy? We've got a pork. It used to be called Swift. We got a pork processing plant in Louisville. Hell, motherfuckers are dying on the job, man. It's a hard ass job. And guess who's over there? The majority of the workers are migrants from Vietnam, Cuba, Mexican. Very few Americans in there. We don't want to work. We want $30 an hour jobs to start out with and all that foolishness. Come on, man. I'm an American. I grew up in America. Ain't nothing changed. We're the same. We want something for nothing. Hey, Ryan, the Eaton Warrior said we did K1 he said we did K1 as well, but we filed the marriage. Yeah, see, that's where you messed up. Unless you were gonna stay married. He said, but we filed the marriage license at the embassy. You learn best from expensive mistakes. Yeah. See, that's where you made the mistake. And I'm glad that I really didn't do it because my wife had told me, because I said, well, since you're not gonna give me a divorce, let's file here with the embassy. That way I can get a 13A and stay over here. She wasn't going to do that either. No, because now I have to get an annulment if I go home and all that. But she's not trying to negotiate. She's not trying to help at all. And I don't get it. I don't understand that, but that's okay. It's not going to take me, it's not going to be that expensive to get that done because it's a non-contested divorce. Once I go back, because I'm back, I'm going to have to, in the state of Kentucky, you have to attend that. Whenever you have children, there's a class you have to go through. I'm going to have to sit through that. It's like eating nails or something. And they talk to you about, because I did it before, about divorce. Can you want to fix it and all that, about families and everything. And the fun, come to find out, when I did it in 2011, guess what? The guy teaching the class was divorced. He said, good live stream as usual. Thank you. Yeah, he said, don't involve the government, in your relationships. Well, that's right. Don't get married then, because the government, that's funny. He said, who needs a border wall when they just fly them in? Absolutely. But it's a double standard, Joe. American businesses are over there doing business in Mexico, but they don't want Mexicans coming over. It's they're hypocrites, man. But because we don't care, we don't read, we're just letting them people lead us around by our nose. No one ever thinks about that. The wall means nothing to the American businessman. He can do all the business he wants in Mexico. I thought we were supposed to shut Mexico out, period. He said, can't we all just get along? Yeah. Emmanuel Jones said Purdue Chicken Farm in Harrisonburg, Virginia, has had migrants for the past 25 years. I mean, yeah, you're right. See, we can just talk about it if we want to talk about it. We love to argue over there. But history don't matter to Americans. They think they just woke up and all of a sudden these chicken places and pork places is full of migrants. They've been like that because you don't want to work over there. That's backbreaking work, carpal tunnel syndrome. Remember I told you I was dating that woman from Cuba? Well, her brother, that's how he got over here. He came to the United States. He's considered a refugee. He got a job at Swift. I'm just going to call it Swift. Hell, he wasn't on the job 5 years. He's applying for disability in America. Hell, they chew you up and spit you out on them damn assembly line. You sitting there chopping legs and feet off all damn day. Them big ass. You don't want to do that. Okay, let them come and do that. As long as they paying taxes and different things like that. And before you say, oh, they don't pay taxes. Yes, they do. The only ones that don't pay taxes, I found out, and you get a 5-year window, is Vietnamese. In Kentucky anyway. Hey, thank you, retired 2019. He said, Cal, I always enjoy your live streams. Because we have real life conversations. Imagine the guy just asked me one little simple thing that I get asked about once a month, maybe twice a month. Aren't I worried about China invading the Philippines? And this is what we got into. I'm not worried about China invading the Philippines. I'm worried about America over here now. Because, you know, we don't come anywhere without starting some shit, man. We're going to start something over here. If it's nothing over here, it's going to be. But we've been over here for a long time. It just hasn't been in the news. I was down in Zamboanga. The United States was over here looking for ISIS. And what's his name? Bin Laden. They were over here. In 2000, when Obama was president, the United States had a big presence over here because he was a drone president. And I said to myself one day, I said, and y'all might think I'm joking. I'm not, man. I don't have nothing to prove. I'm down in Zamboanga and I'm reading this about how much Obama, you know, he loved the drones. And I said, I bet you there's drones over here in the Philippines. And I'd be damned if I'm not in the tricycle going to downtown and here comes one of them damn things. What they call them? Phantoms or something. It's dropping out of the sky, landing at the airport. He said, TJ, where you guys at this weekend? I think they're in Cebu. He said, put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. He said, absolutely true. And yet somehow none of J6 conspirators in Congress have been arrested yet. He said, if China quit making and selling us, everything is from China, they don't have to go to war, we would collapse. A lot of people are pissed. Yeah, and then, you know, they forget that we want to go to war with China. Maybe then we won't have to pay them that enormous amount of money that they hold of our debt. Not our national debt, man. I'm talking about, we owe China what? When I left, it was almost $2 trillion. Does anybody even care about that? Let's have that conversation. But let's get back to where we were talking about bringing the matrix with you overseas. I don't care where you are. We do it, and it causes us a lot of pain and misery, and also some of the locals a lot of pain and misery. Because we've already bought the matrix over as far as religion. Let's don't have that discussion. Every religion that's in the matrix is over here. Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, that stuff didn't originate in the Philippines. That's straight from the matrix. It's over here. Okay? Any religion you connect, they brought it over here. Saving the people over here. It's just like, that's why I told you the Philippines reminds me of my neighborhood. Every corner you see this big church. There's more churches in my community. Well, I moved out, but still, where I grew up, and liquor stores than anything else. You got the devil on one corner and Jesus on the other. But yeah, we bring the matrix everywhere we go. Hey, coconut dreams. And church, okay, but we talked about it, eating booty. They call it rimming. That's just a political correct term for eating butt. And we bring it over here to this country. That's bringing a matrix with you. What they call it? Trichomoniasis. Trichomoniasis. That doesn't come from tricking. That comes from sticking your tongue in somebody's butt and getting poop on your damn tongue and into your damn system. Hepatitis E. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of hepatitis E. I had never heard about it. I was 60 years old when I heard about it. Today, looking up this crazy stuff about booty licking that we bring over here to the Philippines. They don't know nothing about that. They're not interested in that. Leave that shit over there, literally. Okay? All kinds of stuff associated with that. That's why I always tell guys, look, if the woman that you dating or trying to date, that she's ever dealt with a foreigner before, you got to throw her back. Because we bring all that stuff with us. There's no telling what they got the young woman doing. Okay? But that's one of the things. Yeah, well, it's just true. I'm just telling you the truth. Yeah. Yeah, the tongue police. I guess I am the tongue police. I'll be the tongue police. But I'm not going to be the dick police. I'll be the tongue police because that's bringing the matrix here. Something that, because the guy asked me, oh, do they have basements over here? I'm like, why would they need basements over here? People don't even have houses over here, let alone basements. There's no need for it. But, this is our thinking that everything we got over there, they got over here. Everything that works over there works over here. And that's bringing the matrix with you instead of coming over here and just settling down and seeing how things move over here, seeing how things work. We won't do it. We immediately come over here and, these drive-by abortions. We'll get women pregnant over here and then I'll pay for the abortion. Not realizing, like, well, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to get the abortion? Where am I going to go? So they take your money and go to the province until they have the baby. And then have the baby from you because drive-by abortions don't happen over here. You're putting women's lives in jeopardy with that matrix type of thinking over here. Strap your damn dick up when you come over here. Yeah, he said, and all the time I thought there was only an A, B, and C. That was a hepatitis E. It comes from, stimulating somebody's asshole with your tongue and getting specks of poop, it says, in your mouth and then into your system. Since y'all think that's hip. See, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy got all y'all thinking that's hip. So everybody wants to do it. We follow the hip hop scene over there. Whatever the rappers and the basketball players do, and we got to do it. I'll be down. Yeah, no. You can't clean your ass enough for me to stick my mouth on there. And it says it, sucking or licking somebody's anus with your tongue or mouth. That's what it is. They call it rimming because it sounds good, because you can say that in public, like, yeah, he's going to give me a good rimming tonight. Nobody know what you're talking about. But if you say, yeah, I'm going to let her eat my behind tonight. I'm going to let her eat my butt, my booty tonight, you're going to look real stupid over here. But you know, that's the stuff we done bought into because anything goes over there. So we think anything goes over here. It don't. Leave a lot of that shit over there, man. I mean, honestly, there is no daylight savings time over here. That's what the guy said. How do they have um, daylight savings time? No. Hey, Mitch, take care. And y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. He said, I never seen a basement in Asia. I know, but you know, it's a lot of stuff you don't see over here, but we'll bring it over here. We'll tell the engineer, well, I want a basement. He's gonna look at you like, whoa, what do you want? What's a basement? He might ask you. Then we want to bring our religion over here. He said, yeah, I got to throw her back. You saving a man some real issues, Cal. It's true, though. She's never going to appreciate you. But some guys are married to women who have already been with foreigners, and, you know, the relationship was good. But you say, well, Cal, you're being shallow and everything. No, they're the same way. They really don't want a foreigner who's been with a Filipino before. Okay? But they're in no position to throw you back if you're a good man. But we're in a position where we can be a little bit more choosy than them. If she's been with a foreigner, you don't want her, man, because we're going to bend them over backwards. We're going to make them, and we're going to ask them to do things and introduce them to things that they would never dream about over here. Okay? All that stuff that's going on, we bring that over here. Golden showers, the guy said earlier today. You know, yeah, eating. We aren't even clapping the cheeks no more. We eating the damn cheeks. He said like fresh watermelon on a hot summer day. Hey, what's up, Habit 711? Welcome. We don't know where AIDS come from. It's probably come from there. He said, Cal used to have a basement. Some well-off families here. Oh, okay, yeah. But, you know, you're talking about the super rich. You're not going to find basements anywhere around here. And this is the middle class, upper middle class area here. You're not going to find it. Yeah, he said they eat the poo-poo. Yeah. But they supposed to be, they're supposed to be hip now because P. Diddy and 50 Cent and all them doing it. And LeBron James is everybody's, you know, advocating booty licking. Everybody thinks it's hip. We want to do it now. But I heard about it a long time ago, long before I even thought about leaving the Matrix. Two friends of mine said they ran a train on it. Yeah, he said, one of our friends, I won't say his name, he let the woman lick his booty. I'm like, I never understood it then. I'm like, what in the world? You mean he bent over and let the woman lick his butt? That's too strange to me. I'm sorry, guys. I won't do that. He said, Graham Swift said, remind them about the XXXL World War II condom, Cal. That's the goal. Yeah, you better have them because the condoms over here are old because they don't use them. So if you go to the pharmacy and buy some condoms, they're going to break. They dry as a damn bone. That's if you can get them on. Bring them with you. Jeffrey Tyler sent me some good ones, man, you know, but hell. Merlin don't like them. He said, Diddy not doing women, Cal. He like men. That's what they saying. Yeah, but I'm just saying, he still, it doesn't matter. You can do the rimming on a man or a woman according to the Google rimming. But I put eating booty. And Google came up rimming, also known as eating booty. That's what Google said. And it talked about be careful because you can have trichomoniasis. It doesn't come from tricking. It comes from licking booty. Or amoebiasis. Okay, something about amoebas that swimming around in your damn intestines. You don't want to be fooling around with something like that. Hepatitis E. You guys are tripping, man. Yeah, it's craziness, man. You ain't got to read too much up on it. That's what everybody's doing now. He said, good afternoon, Cal. Great conversation with the guys today. Thank you. He said, they barely have porches. Yeah, let alone a damn basement, but this is our thinking. And then the guy said something about whatever religion he was. He was like, yeah, do they have that over here? You know, the thousand and thousand religions we got over there. I'm like, well, you probably can find it over here. You know, I don't know if they've got the Nation of Islam over here now. I haven't seen that over here because that's supposed to be like a black organization. But they've got Muslims here, regular Muslims and people who practice Islam. He said Christopher Columbus brought the Catholicism to the New World. There's nothing new, Cal. Bringing the Matrix to the Philippines is not new. Yeah, well, that butt licking is, we brought that over here. They don't do that over here. But because, you know, a lot of them don't have a choice. They want that visa so bad, they'll try it. That's what I'm saying. You know, you don't want to fool with them like that. You know, I wouldn't put a woman through that. And then an abortion. Y'all know we good at that over there. The drive-by abortion. It's like nothing anymore. You know, it's no big deal to us. Whether you're against it or not, it's available over there. You might as well, it's like going and buying a bucket of chicken over there. Yeah, I just want to get me an abortion. Okay. Now, Kamal was asking about a real basement. He said, do the houses have basements in them over there? I was like, no, you know, and it made me think. I'm like, man, now that's really some matrix thinking, even though there's nothing wrong with that. But we think that everything there is over here. It's not, guys. A lot of what's over there is not over here. You know, this Sodom and Gomorrah thing, you know, it's literally America right now. That's if there was ever a place, it's there. You can do anything over there. Anything is, you know, anything goes over there. Whether you're against it or you for it, it's, you know, did you ever think you'd see the day where two big sweaty men will be able to get married? And I'm not against it. I don't care. I'm not a dick watcher. But I'm just saying, did you ever think that it would get there? Because America's supposed to be founded on Christianity, they say. Well, y'all wait. He said I went left. Now America went way left. You letting two big old Rosie Greer types get married. And we so sick that all we see is that we don't realize 24 hours, well, 23 hours, 56 minutes, 46 seconds in a day. All we're thinking about is the 30 minutes to an hour that they, you know, rubbing against each other in the bed. We're not thinking that they still go to work and all that and still have regular lives like everybody else. Our minds go straight to the butt. You know, yeah, they screwing each other and all this. Retard 2019, Cal, do you plan to visit the USA this year? I've got plans to do it. 2019, I really do. He said, letting? Are we not free people? No, they're letting you. You couldn't do it before. Come on, Gerald Depart. You know good and well that you couldn't do that before. We've got a civilized, you know, we're supposed to be civil over there. Remember, we're supposed to be the greatest country on the world, the leaders of the free world over there, where everything's off the tracks now. It's all off the tracks. Y'all thought I was playing before. The day is coming where you're going to be able to marry your pets over there to protect your assets and all that stuff. You're going to be able to do it. It's coming because we love dogs over there and cats. Some man died and left his cats his damn mansion. So they just running wild in the damn mansion. You know, I guess, you know, he's hired somebody to take care of him, but he left his mansion to the cats. Forget about the people that may need a place to stay over there. It's not going to be long. He'll say, how about two sumo wrestlers getting married? Yeah, but they're going to be regular people, but our mans go straight to the gutter. But we're supposed to be founded on Christians. When most of those founding fathers, they were atheists, to say the least. They certainly weren't believers. Not the shit they were practicing. He said, where's the fair lady Makata? Who you talking to? Me? He said, facts, Cal, Sodom and Gomorrah's America, they legalized an insanity over here. It's already been insanity. You know, he said, Mark finally bought that cruise ship. Yeah, right. But we just talking, guys. We just having some fun and really talking about life as it really is. It's okay to have these discussions because when you get over here, you're not going to be able to have them. It's going to get crickets and you're going to be flying to Angeles City, Cebu, and Manila, Dumaguete and all those places to find the nearest foreigner that you can vent to. Because these type of conversations, man, they're needed if you come from the West. Because when you get over here, it gets real quiet. And you say, oh, I don't want to be around foreigners. I'm just going to be with my girlfriend or my wife. And all that's going to drive you crazy too. How many guys have I had come over here and say, you know, I'm just going crazy. You know, he's not talking about the people. He's just saying, I don't understand Tagalog and Messiah and Ilongo and all that. And that's all I hear all day long. See, he says. So he said, I got to come over there. I had to come here. He lives an hour from me. He didn't care. He said, yeah, what God? Well, you ain't going to get an argument with me about that. He said, most founding fathers were believers in God, maybe not all Christians. How do you know? And a lot of them were slave owners too, so. Hey, what's up, Gary T? Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off here. You know, Sunday, family day in the Philippines, and then we go to the grocery. I just like to kick back, man, because I've got Kevin and Jenna Lynn, too much time on my hands, 65. They're coming to San Carlos City on Monday. And I'll have him on my live stream Tuesday. And he said I can interview Jenna Lynn. See, I want to interview her. She's interesting. See, I don't just want to interview anybody. This woman's got interesting story. I just want to hear it. I want y'all to hear it because, you know, she wanted to put it on her channel. He wouldn't let her. He said it's too sad. I'm not going to put her on the hot seat. I just want to ask her, you know, because people always ask me, you know, what it's like to be black in the Philippines. But I really don't know. I'm on the outside. She's on the inside. Okay. Her father's from Ghana, I believe. And the mother is Filipina. And she's got a story, man. And I want to hear it. And I want to share it with y'all. And I asked him when we went to dinner with them a few weeks ago in Dumagetti. He said, sure. When we come up there, you can, you know, interview her. Because I think, honestly, I think she's a model that's waiting to be discovered. I'm not just saying that, when you see an attractive woman, oh, you should be a model. No, this woman's a model, man. Some of the top models in the world are from Africa. Okay. She's got that whole look. She just hasn't been discovered in a place where they really don't value dark skin like that. Okay. If she were in America, she would be discovered already, or Europe. Somebody rediscovered her with the long legs. She's tall. She's a beautiful young woman, man. She is a model waiting to be discovered. But I'm going to give y'all her story. But they're coming. I told them, if they want to stay in the guest house, they can. But I think they've already made reservations for 2 nights. So they're going to stay 1 night here, which is good. He said, Kevin, Tuesday should be good. Yeah, Kevin's interested. Yeah, it's going to be a great interview because I want to ask her some questions. I just don't want, see, y'all don't really know her story. Y'all know, man. You know Old Dogs, you know March, you know everybody's, so why would I interview them and have them interview me? It doesn't make sense. Or any of the other vloggers. I'm not an entertainer for real. That's not the game I'm playing over here. But that's why I don't do that just to have another vlog, a video for my channel. I don't work like that. So and they know that. That's why they don't ask me. Now, when Q Adventures and Chris, they both asked me. I said, okay, yeah. He said, I just want to get some exposure, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Okay, come on. But normally, I don't do it. But yeah, thank y'all so much for your super chats, super stickers, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders, man. Your memberships. I've got a good video coming for my members and my Patreon. I never take that for granted, man. Without my members, viewers, and subscribers, I'm nothing, guys. I'm just out here talking in the universe, the ether, like I was before. If you don't believe me, go on some of these channels, man. Nobody's watching them. I don't take it for granted. But take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. And don't do anything stupid. I know y'all watching those games over there, if they're not over with already. He said, it's Tim. Said, good morning, bro, Cal. You got my stomach hurting, laughing so hard. Thanks for today's subject. Oh, you're welcome, man. Y'all take care. Oh, I forgot. It's St. Patrick's Day over there, right? I don't know, if you celebrate it. Happy St. Patrick's Day.